Hey everybody, Kelsey here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been such a long time since I've been able to film and I'm so excited that I'm back and better than ever. Yay! So let's jump right into it. Today I am going to film a Valentine's Day tutorial, something really cute and fun. I know Valentine's Day is in the middle of the week this year, so hopefully I'll have this up by the weekend so you guys can rock this look for the weekend. As you can see, I've already put my brows on to save myself some time. I will definitely link what I use for my brows below in the description box. Today I am going to start off with my eyes and let's jump right into it. As usual, I'm going to start off by priming my eyelids. Today I'm going to use my concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I'm just going to blend this in with my beauty blender. Okay, so now that I laid down that base for my eyeshadow, I always like to set the concealer with my face powder, which is the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural in Light Plus. So now that I have my base laid down, I'm going to go ahead and start this eye look. Of course, for Valentine's Day, with those lovely red colors, I am going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So with a big fluffy blending brush, I'm going to pick up that burnt orange from the Modern Renaissance palette and go ahead and lightly apply that to my crease and the outer corner of my lid. Now that I have the burnt orange blended out to where I want it to be, next I am going to take a smaller blending brush and I'm going to dip into Love Letter from the palette, which is that really pretty pink color, and I'm going to layer that on top of the orange in my crease. I am going to bring it down a little bit lower onto my lid. Don't worry about the different colors on your lid, what they're gonna look like. They will be covered up later with glitter. Just for right now, we're just trying to layer all the colors and blend them out really nicely in the crease. Now that I have Love Letter laid down and blended out where I like it, I'm going to go in next with the same brush into the Venetian Red and do the same thing and just layer that on top. Alright, now that I have that Venetian Red blended out exactly where I want it, I'm going to go in with a single eyeshadow from MAC. It's called I'm Into It. So I am going to go ahead and switch my brush to a more angled brush. For this shadow, I want it to be really precise and packed on in the crease, and I want to put it exactly where I need it. So I really like to use an angled brush to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So now that I have laid down the I'm Into It shadow in my crease pretty precisely, I'm going to take the blending brush I used for the previous colors and just go ahead and go over that and make sure everything is blended out and seamless. Now that I have all the shadow exactly where I want it and blended out, I'm going to go ahead and put on my eyeliner first before I put on some glitter. I always like to line my eyes first, that way I'm not trying to put eyeliner on top of glitter. So today I am going to be using the Roller Lash eyeliner from Benefit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera and I'll be right back. So now that I'm done lining my eyes, I'm going to move on to the glitter. For this next step, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarte Cosmetics glitter glue as well as the MAC Cosmetics pink holographic glitter. Alright, so on a really thin pencil brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the glue and then start applying the glitter directly to my lid. what it is about that lit glitter glue, but it makes putting on loose glitter so easy. I'll put the link in the description down below. Check it out. It's worth every penny to get this glitter glue. So now that I have that glitter laid down on my lid from MAC, I'm going to go ahead in and put on some false lashes. These are from Voss. They're called I'm Sexy and I Know It, I think.
I'm sexy and I know it.
I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on my false lashes off camera. All right, you guys, so now that I have popped my lashes on, I'm going to take a makeup wipe, clean up the fallout under my eyes, and then I'm going to start on the rest of my face. And next up is the face. I'm really excited to share some new products with you that I have gotten since I've worked with MAC. First up, instead of primer lately, I have been using the MAC Mineralize Charged Water Moisture Gel, which is a really, really good moisturizer, and it really just gives the skin that grip that it needs to hold the makeup for the rest of the day. I really have been loving it, and it's been really good to my skin lately, so that's what I'm gonna use as primer today. All right, you guys, next up is foundation. So what I have been using as of lately, which I am so late to the game and turned on to the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. So the Studio Fix Fluid is a really matte formula, and since I do have really dry skin, I found that if I mix 1 part Studio Fix Fluid with 1 part of MAC's Strobe Cream, it really looks pretty on my skin, and it's not too matte looking, and it just gives a little bit of that vibrancy back to the foundation, and it looks really pretty on. So I'm using the Strobe Cream in Pinklite, and I'm doing 1 part of that and 1 part of Studio Fix Fluid foundation. You know how some of those YouTubers will like drip stuff on their face and look cute? Yeah, I'm not one of them. Alright, you guys, so now that I have that foundation laid down, I'm going to go ahead and conceal with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Alright, you guys, so now that I have everything all laid down, my foundation and concealer, I'm going to go ahead and set my whole face with my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Light Plus. Alright, you guys, so now that my powder is all laid down, I'm going to start my contour. Today I'm going to use the Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette from MAC Cosmetics. I usually like to mix the TAUPE and Sculpt powders together from this palette to do my contour, so I'm going to do that right now. Alright, so now that my contour is laid down, I'm going to go ahead in with some bronzer. Today I'm using MAC Cosmetics from their holiday collection for the Shiny Pretty Things, their Face Compact in Fair. I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer from this palette. It's really pretty and it's really, really nice on my fair skin. Alright, so now that I have warmed up my face with that bronzer, I'm going to move on to blush. Today I am using from MAC the Mineralize blush in Petal Power. It's a really, really pretty peachy color. I'm just such a sucker for those coral peachy blushes with my skin tone, so that is what I'm going to be using today. So now that my blush is on, my next step is I usually like to bake under my contour just to really clean up that line. And today I'm going to be using my RCMA No Color Powder and a beauty blender to lay that down. Alright you guys, while I am baking, let's go ahead and finish up my lower lash line, shall we? So for my lower lash line, I'm going to start off once again with that burnt orange from the Modern Renaissance palette on a really tiny pencil brush and just run that along the bottom of my lower lash line and really blow it out and smoke it out. Now that I've laid down that burnt orange on my lower lash line, next I'm going to go in with that love letter. I'm going in with a Morphe M508, which looks like this. It's a pencil brush, but it's a lot more precise, and I'm going to keep that as close as I can to my waterline as possible. So now that I have love letter on my lower lash line, I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the I'm Into It shadow from MAC and also put that extremely close to my lash line, and that's just going to give it that definition that my lower lash line needs. Alright you guys, so off camera I went ahead and applied some black eyeliner to my waterline and added some mascara to my lower lashes. Next up I'm going to use some highlight, yay! So for today I'm using the new Hyper Real Glow palette. MAC extended their line with 2 more palettes. This one is the Get Lit palette. I am obsessed with it. It is so blinding and so buttery. I love it. I'm going to be using the shade Gleam Sheen, and I'm going to apply that to the tops of my cheekbone as well as a little bit of my temple and above my brow bone. So now that my highlight is blinding, I brought you in nice and close because I'm going to do something really fun today. I'm going to add some faux freckles. So first things first, I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer over the bridge of my nose. That way it just makes the freckles look more natural. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright, so now that I've gone ahead and added some bronzer to the bridge of my nose and into my blush a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add some faux freckles with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in 4.5. Alright you guys, so I went ahead and added some faux freckles. Hopefully you can see them on camera. Any of the ones that if you do them at home and they come out a little bit darker, all you have to do is really just blot it out with your finger. Like I have a couple of dark ones on my nose here. You could either use your finger, or if you want to use your beauty blender to just kind of dull them out a little bit, that works too. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have a really fun, cute Valentine's Day addition to this. So I do have the Pink Hearts glitter from MAC, and I'm going to use that same Tarte Cosmetics glitter glue, and I'm going to add some of the hearts in between my fake freckles here. Alright you guys, the pink glitter hearts from MAC are now in between my freckles, and I am obsessed with this. I think it's so stinking cute. Now obviously if you were going out for Valentine's Day, I don't expect you to put heart freckles on your face, but just because I'm so extra, of course I had to put glitter on my face. Alright you guys, we're coming towards the end of this look. Next up, I'm going to put on some lipstick. I'm going to be using from MAC Cosmetics Soar Lipstick. Outfit change! Now that my lipstick is on, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with my MAC Fix Plus. Alright you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Happy Valentine's Day!